Welcome back to a new video here at Life with the Bridges. If you didn't see our last video, after only 4 days of our son being at nursery, we received a phone call that there had been a suspected chickenpox outbreak. For us and our son Teddy's road to recovery post-cancer, this is huge and certainly not what we wanted to hear. This left us in a very difficult situation and made us question, is nursery really the right choice for our son now? So stick around for this video as we have some big decisions to make.
You haven't slept a wink. You're meant to have gone to sleep 2 hours 23 minutes ago.
I come out.
You're not tired? This will be the first time you've ever chosen not to nap.
Come out.
You want to come out?
Yes.
Don't you be grumpy, my boy. Otherwise you'll have hell to pay. Let's go! Well, that's a first. Our 2.5-year-old toddler has decided that he doesn't want to nap. And I know that's probably quite common for toddlers. They suddenly get to an age where they don't need to nap. But I wasn't prepared for it. But I guess welcome to a new week here at Life with the Bridges. Why do I feel like the rest of this day is just going to go horrendously wrong? Why did you not sleep, Teddy? Are you not tired? Cool, good chat, mate. Love speaking to the back of your head.
With this little boy having 100% energy and 0% attention span, it was time to get him some fresh air, to burn off some of this steam with a good old play in the park, a paddle in the river, and he also learnt if you throw your horses down the river, they float away, then Daddy has to trudge down the river to collect them. Brilliant. We returned back to Bridge HQ and I had a job to do, which funnily enough was also a result of my beautiful son's actions.
Hey chaps, I've got a weekend task on my hand of sanding our coffee table down, because we have one little toddler in particular that's drawn all over it with a pen. Don't we just love toddlers? So I'm going to sand this down and make it look brand new again. A sander, battery, that'll do to start. Right, time to get this sanding underway. Should get rid of that before we start. Ooh! Pad on, let's hope this is charged. Time to get sanding. Last one, a 240 grit, which should make it as soft as a baby's bottom. Final one, 3, 2, 1. Time to brush it down and then oil it. Job done.
So it is Saturday night here at Bridge HQ and after a successful day of sanding down the table and doing other little bits and bobs as well, we're having a lovely meal today. We're doing a starter of olive sourdough bread with garlic king prawns and rocket. And then for mains, we are doing macaroni cheese, asparagus and a rack of lamb. But I'm going to put a crust on the rack of lamb, and that crust is going to be a garlic, parsley and panko breadcrumbs with parmesan crust to go on, all done on the barbecue, and it is going to be let the cooking commence.
And voila! What an absolute beauty. And of course, I had to save a little special piece for the lady that's been drooling all over my feet for the last couple of hours, and now it's time to clear up this mess, and thank goodness for the sponsor of today's video.
Are you in the market for a new cordless Hoover? We want to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Ultenic.
The Ultenic U16 Flex comes in a convenient and compact box, but this isn't to be underestimated, as this Hoover packs one hell of a punch.
Wow!
The setup is incredibly easy. You connect the advanced Flexi wand to the motor, then connect the tangle-free roller brush to the bottom and the battery in place, and then you're good to go. It's as simple as that. And now it was time to see what all the hype was about.
Now, how do we turn this on? Oh, it's got a power mode. That is powerful.
Not only is the power and suction on this cordless Hoover very impressive, it also has a super high-tech, intuitive digital display, creating effortless machine monitoring. This Ultenic U16 Flex also has an anti-tangle roller brush. Its reinforced comb-like structure prevents hair tangling, enhancing efficiency and extending your vacuumed cleaning lifespan, which is perfect for us as we have a dog called Willow who leaves her fur everywhere. It also has an incredible bendy tube allowing users to effortlessly clean under places you wouldn't normally be able to get to without getting on your hands and knees, and life's too short for that. This Ultenic 16 makes hoovering an absolute breeze. Having a toddler and a dog, being able to hoover under tables, sofas and beds where a lot of dirt collects is absolutely amazing, and more to the point, genius. And without a doubt, the most advanced and impressive part of this Hoover is the Green Eye technology that really sets it apart from any other cordless Hoovers. The Green Eye technology allows you to see the microscopic dust and dirt on hard surfaces and identifies the dirtiest areas to reduce cleaning time. Now that is pretty cool. This Hoover really is the full package when it comes to easy to use, efficient and convenient cordless Hoover. It also has other features like easy click brush which stays attached to hoover up the small areas, and also comes with a wall mounted charging hub so you can hang it in your closet away and let it recharge for next time. So if you're in the market for a new cordless vacuum cleaner, then consider this Ultenic U16 Flex, and with the autumn Amazon Prime Day sale live right now, if you click the link in the description below, as Life with the Bridges subscribers you will get the best price on this product, and if you use the code LWBridges, you will get £56 off this amazing vacuum.
Good morning, good morning. After that amazingly beautiful meal, and I will blow my trumpet because I am a harsh critique when it comes to cooking food, just because sometimes you put a lot of effort in and it's nice but not amazing. Last night's was probably one of the nicest things I've ever cooked, so if you're interested in doing that yourself or trying it at home, I'll leave a link in the description below to the video that I followed and got the recipe from and just basically reproduced it, and it is stunning. Anyway, today is Sunday. The weather in the UK is meant to be rubbish all day, but Sunday's our family day. Just because the weather's bad doesn't mean that we can't have a good day. So let's see what wonderful activities we end up doing on this Sunday. Also coming up in the rest of this video is we discuss and tell you our thoughts and feelings behind Teddy's current chickenpox situation. He is still absolutely clear of chickenpox at the minute. There is no signs or symptoms of it. The only thing that we've seen since him starting this medication is he has started to gag more, which he hasn't done for months. We tried to give him a little bit of pizza yesterday. He tried it and he gagged, which is quite triggering for me because the sickness is my biggest past trauma fear, and I just hate it. And he's also not as good at taking his medications anymore because this big 10ml medication that we're having to give him 4 times a day has just kind of blown him off the scent. So he used to, as you guys have seen, take it absolutely effortlessly. Now we have to chase him and actually hold him down and get these medications in, and then he's over it pretty quickly providing he swallows the medication. But part of today we're actually heading over to our local hospital to pick up the same medication but a concentrated version. So rather than have to give 10ml, we'll only have to give 5ml, but still giving the same dose. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better, but we'll be discussing with you our thoughts and feelings towards this whole situation and nursery going forward, because we've got some big decisions to make. But for now, let's go and wake up the cub and give him his meds.
For animals downstairs.
We should go and have a look, shall we? Where do you think they are? Where did you leave them yesterday?
On mummy bed.
Should go and have a look.
With the morning officially started, apparently now was the time for Teddy's first guitar lesson, and he chose a good old rendition of... Sorry chaps, it's Baby Shark.
Baby shark, baby shark, mommy shark, mommy shark, mommy shark,
Woohoo! With Baby Shark on repeat on an out-of-tune guitar being enough to give anyone a morning headache, we put our waterproofs on and we're off to the park to walk Willow and the cub.
Wow, Teddy! You're ready to go on wet slide. Teddy's got his little waders on so he can go sliding down the slides at high speeds. And not get soaked is the other option. Can you see the park?
Yeah.
Wow! Let's go! You can put zebra and sheep down the slide?
Yeah.
Wow, lucky zebra and sheep. Wow, Teddy, look at this place.
Look at this place, Mummy.
Wow! And we've got the place to ourselves, Ted. Benefits of a rainy morning. You look like you're about to go trawling and catch some fish, mate. They are super wet as well, so you are going to fly down those. I think that's a little bit big, that one.
A few minutes later.
Why on earth does my son always want to go on the biggest slide possible? Right, Teddy. Head. Wait for me, darling. Why? We're up there in the clouds. Oh, Lord. Oh, this could only potentially... I don't even fit in here. Yeah, hilarious. Right, Teddy. Hold on. Here we go. Ah! Yeah, sit on Mummy's lap. Oh, happy Sunday. Wet bottom and still an unhappy child.
It's one big break.
Oh! Wow. Okay. He's going to absolutely fly down here like a rocket. Whoa!
With a quick go on the swing, it was then time to go and stretch our legs around the woods. In the mix of trying to navigate our way through this new life, it's become an unwritten rule in the Bridge family that Sundays are an us day, a day where we just spend it together. It doesn't have to be planned or anything big, because just being together is special enough, and we think it's so important we always make time to simply be together, as the life that we all live is fast-paced and sometimes can all blend into one. So by just having at least one day in which Teddy gets 100% of both of our attentions all day is a must, so that's what we do.
Woo! Ow! Oh my goodness! Away!
Teddy, that was speedy!
Oh, so fast!
On our way home, we had pre-arranged to pick up Teddy's medication from the hospital, and as all things with hospitals, nothing is ever straightforward.
Just waiting to try and pick up Teddy's meds. Hopefully it's a concentrated version of the med that he is now on for these chicken pox, so we will only have to give it 5ml rather than 10ml. And because it's a Sunday, there is no one here. So the pharmacy is shut, the reception is shut, so I am having to make some phone calls to try and get hold of this medicine because we are run out. So that's today's little drama, but hopefully it all gets resolved. So I'm now up on the ward. I had a hunch that there was going to be an issue with collecting this medication today. And it turns out that there is no record of it, and because everything's shut on a Sunday, we're now having to reorder it from pharmacy, which could take hours, and he's due it in 37 minutes. Good old hospital dramas. And Kate and Teddy are waiting in the car, and Teddy is knackered. Oh, what a palaver. This place brings nothing but stress. But turns out they don't have any acyclovir in the whole hospital, nor do they have any in the next closest hospital. So then the best we could ever do is basically get a tablet form. Over the last hour, I've been liaising with external pharmacies to see if they've got any, which they didn't. But finally, Teddy and Kate are still in the car, may I add. But finally, we have some crushable tablets, which I'm sure Teddy isn't going to like at all. But at one point, we're potentially going to have to be impatient and have him put on IV acyclovir to make sure he got the medication in, which was absolutely not happening just because they haven't got any medicine in. So, good old Sunday activities. Medication acquired.
After the slight medication issue now resolved, we had both just wanted to sit on the sofa and do absolutely nothing for the rest of the day. So I cooked a good old-fashioned comfort lasagna, ready for an early night, ready to be recharged for the next day.
Yeah, buddy! Good morning, it is Monday morning and this little chap is due to be at nursery, but obviously due to our current situation with the whole chickenpox saga, we're not going to nursery. He's not going in, so he is still not showing any signs of it, thank goodness, but the medication is still going in. And so today we are going to do something exciting and fun, and we're going to a big new swimming centre, which has got lots of play activities for kids under 5, and it's about 45 minutes away, but I want to fill his time with things that are going to progress him forward and improve his skills, such as swimming, and I know he absolutely loves it. So we are setting off nice and early, and that is where we're going this morning. So to Tandridge Swimming Centre.
Peekaboo.
Because
Are you ready to go swimming?
yeah!
Let's do it. Excited?
Yeah!
Let's do it.
Well, that was a great success. It was a great little pool. Obviously, couldn't film inside because of all the other children, but yeah, I had a little pirate slide in there. It was really shallow, so it was like really easy for him to walk in and gain some confidence, and we did some blowing bubbles in the water. I allowed him to dunk himself and learn the hard way a couple of times just so he gains the confidence that way, and he even did some kicking in the deep end, which was fantastic. So yeah, good swimming morning done. So time to head home and see what the rest of the day has in store for us.
Hello. You're a little Med. Nice one. Good boy. Did you have a nice sleep?
Yeah.
All your animals are in your bed. What are they doing in there? Lovely to see you. Lots of energy, mate. That's what we want.
I see.
What can you see?
Elephant.
You got good eyes, mister. You can see a walrus and an elephant. Do you want them? Hand delivered. Walrus, an elephant, and a complimentary cow. Don't say I don't treat you, mate. Elephant.
Elephant. Elephant. Elephant. Elephant. Oh, 2 trunks. Oh, look at that. It was raining this morning and now we have a bright sunshine. That means we need to get out and get some fresh air, my boy. Does that sound good to you? Should we do that? You get some fresh air?
Yeah.
How about Daddy makes a big slide and you put your animals down there? Go on then. Ready? Who's up first? The big fat walrus. Daddy couldn't do his best impressions. Nice little goat. Who's up next? A sheep. Who's up next? A cow. Moo. Oh, Daddy's good at his own. Elephant. It's that goat. Moo. And again?
Yeah.
How about Teddy make the noises?
There's the big slide.
Teddy got the big slide.
What's one first?
The big walrus. What noise does a walrus make?
Oh, oh. Oh, oh.
Questionable walrus. Oh, he's going again by the looks of it. What a lucky walrus. Okay, Teddy, do the noise.
Ooh.
Whee!
Oh, oh. Bear.
Good boy. Good boy. Nice dog.
Ooh. Mama. Bear.
What noise does an elephant make? Good job.
Could I have a cup of tea, please, Teddy? Have you got any tea in your cafe? Oh, goodness. What's that? It's a pancake. Let's hit the floor twice, 3 times. Did you make this? Wow. That is scrumptious. Can you pour me a quick cup of coffee?
Yeah. Dinosaur in there.
A dinosaur in your coffee?
What do you know?
Oh, it's a coffeesaurus. Oh, that's a rare one, that one.
We have mix.
Is that for me? Thank you. What is it?
Coffee tea.
Coffee tea.
With us topped up with caffeine, it was time to get some fresh air and take Teddy's animals for a walk over the forest.
So I am just out for a walk with Willow. Oh my good lord. She's having the time of her life. There's Teddy, look. Teddy's getting his little animals out in the tree. So we're out just getting some fresh air as we said we were going to. And it's probably a good opportunity to talk to you about our situation of kind of like where we're at with this whole chickenpox saga. Since it's happened, myself and Katie have spoke a lot about our options and about just evaluating the situation, about what's happened, how we could have resolved it. And the answer is we couldn't. It's not the nursery's fault. It isn't the child's fault. It isn't anyone's fault. It's just part and parcel of going into nursery, which we knew. Now, that's led us on to having to kind of talk about our potential options going forward of whether nursery is actually the right thing and whether we're kind of jumping the gun too early and is it essential. And I've kind of like put together 3 bullet points of what I actually wanted to talk to you about regarding us and the Bridge family going forward, and Teddy's health being at the forefront of those points. Now, when we discussed the whole nursery journey, it was for the right reasons. It was to improve his development, it was to improve his social skills, it was to strengthen his immune system, and just for his general enjoyment. And over time, that would have done all of those things. But I think the first point being is that we need to remember where we are and what we've been through in Teddy's journey. And the end goal is to have a long, healthy and happy life for him. And by throwing him into nursery isn't necessarily going to achieve that any quicker than if we kind of kept him at home and did everything with him off our own backs. So I think it's really important that we remember about the whole tortoise and the hare. It isn't always about falling into that stereotypical, a kid is a certain age and he should be at nursery, otherwise he's going to be underdeveloped, because I don't believe in that. We have done, I believe, a pretty good job up until now in terms of his development, his counting, his numbers and his speech and things like that. So I back myself as the person that will be caring for him quite a lot, and I back Kate in terms of her parenting outside of her work hours, that we can continue that development on and let him thrive. So to bring us back down to earth, we need to remember that we have just been through a hell of a lot, and so has he, more importantly, and maybe not to expect too much of him and keep him where he wants to be. Because if you ask him the question, do you want to go to nursery, he says no, I want to stay at home, and so that's his happy place, and maybe we need to respect that. So going on from that, it kind of leads me on to like, what are we going to actually achieve by keeping him in nursery? And you guys all know my thoughts in terms of what I would have done regarding nursery, and I don't need to go over that again. But by going into nursery, as I've said, it's for the development, it's for his immune system, it's for his social skills, it's for all things like that. I think that we will get more out of him by keeping him home. And this isn't just my personal opinion, this is me sharing this from the discussions that myself and Katie have had. And this is also not us justifying any decision that we're going to make. It's merely just sharing our opinions and the thought process behind what we are going to be doing. So if we decided to not send him back to nursery and go back to the care at home, it would be at the forefront of our mind to make sure that we are trying to progress him and all his development and his social skills and things like that by doing extracurricular activities such as swimming, going outdoors, doing arts and crafts, painting, messy play, sensory play, all those things that he would get in nursery, we can do at home, and it will be one-to-one, whereas at nursery it's like 4 or 5 children to one carer, and I believe I can do better than that. So that's a huge positive to actually wanting to keep him home, is that we will be able to give him more and more one-to-one time that he will potentially need to develop on and progress on further. Regarding his immune system as well, that's a big thing that will develop very strongly in nursery, because you get these bugs, sicknesses and fevers. And I think as the weather changes into the winter going forward, he's going to naturally pick up bugs and fevers and stuff like that anyway, without it being jammed down his neck with 40 children also receiving the bugs and fevers that are going to forcefully put that on Teddy, which is unnecessary. So for us to have the ability to be able to just live and then deal with these potential sicknesses, bugs and fevers that we may get in the winter just from life, things like going shopping, things like taking him outside, like swimming, all these different activities that we're going to be doing with him, he still is at risk to pick up these bugs, and that is how we will help develop his immune system without actively forcing it upon him at such an early stage post-transplant. And he will also, oh look, there's Teddy exploring. I rest my case, by the way, we're just out in the middle of nowhere just enjoying fresh air. But he will also get the social side to like mixing with other children. He has got an abundance of cousins in our family that he constantly spends time with. And so all of the social sides will come from that, and he will gain development from being with them. But also we are planning on joining up to other activities in the future that will also involve other children, but without the huge quantities, like 40 children all in one room, which is where these fevers, infections and stuff like that spread. And my last and final point I want to touch on before we just go and explore and I can turn my attention back to Teddy is us. The reason why we potentially may not be sending him back to nursery is because of us. We want to live a life as a family that isn't in and out of hospitals, that isn't watching our son become unwell unnecessarily. And it's a selfish thing, and we have discussed that the thought of going through the winter constantly being in and out of hospital, and over the last 3 to 4 months we haven't had that. We've had a normal life as a normal family. To give that up is just too much. And so for that reason, I think we're 99.9% sure that our nursery journey is going to be put on pause for the foreseeable future. And we are going to keep him at home and do our best to continue his development and progress him on from strength to strength at the comfort and the happiness and controlled environment of our home. And so as sad as it is that it didn't work, we tried it, and it was unfortunate that it only lasted 4 to 5 days. But chickenpox is a pretty big thing. And although we might not get it and we may swerve and dodge the bullet, it's still a huge red flag that has kind of almost given us a shake to actually question, is this the right thing? And we don't think it is. We think it's potentially too early. One of the benefits that we were going to have by putting Teddy into nursery in terms of myself and Katie was giving myself a little bit more time. So the only way that it is going to be possible to not send Teddy back to nursery but give me that time is ask for help. And so we have done exactly that. My mum and my sister are going to try and loosely commit to a day or a day and a half of care of Teddy a week to give me that time to hopefully alleviate that pressure for me and make it all work. If we can gain that structure by giving me that little bit of extra time, then there is no reason why it won't work. In the depths of my heart, I wanted this to work. I wanted Teddy to progress down the nursery route. It's not that I didn't ever believe in it or back it or support it. I completely did. but I was just fearful of his health and whether it was too soon. And so, rounding everything up in a nutshell, I'm glad we tried it. I hope that we've managed to escape this chickenpox, learn from the lesson that it potentially is too early, and just enjoy our boy at home. We have the ability to do so, and lucky enough to have the help and assistance from my mum and my sister, and let's just live without being in fear of returning back to hospital or our son getting unwell. Yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys think about our potential journey of not going down nursery route, and whether you believe it's the right idea. I solely believe that it is, and generally support us as parents that we can give him everything from home. And what's the biggest priority out of this whole situation is Teddy. That is a kind of update in terms of where we are, and probably a perfect time to end that video there. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up on this video because it hugely helps our channel. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. A massive thank you to all of our Bridge family members, and as always, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. As I was carrying Teddy earlier, I could smell a very suspect sort of aroma coming from his pants, shall we say. And he said now that he wants to go on Daddy's shoulders all the way home. So it's a real dad challenge, this. Do I say no, or do I gladly agree? That was a silly question. We don't worry about things like that. But please, let me know in the comments if you see something squelching down my neck. And all you got to do is just pretend it's not there, because we all know it's going to happen. But we don't say no to little boys with cute smiles and fluttering eyelids. So
I love you.
oh, I love you too, mate. More than you'll ever know, my boy. Catch you in the next one, chaps.
Thank